So good morning, Dubai. How are you all? Good, good. Nice to hear it. Nice to hear it. Are you enjoying the Global Blockchain Show? Yes, yes. How many people here know Singularity Net? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, where have the rest of you been? How many of you know the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance? ASI. We operate under the FET token, FET, and I'm Janet Adams. I'm the COO of Singularity Net, which is a privilege of a lifetime for me to have the honor to serve our brilliant, beautiful, visionary founder, genius CEO, Dr. Ben Goertzel. Now, you must know Dr. Ben Goertzel, right? Well, you do now. Singularity Net is committed to artificial general intelligence on blockchain for the benefit of all humanity. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here today. We're going to talk about artificial general intelligence, artificial superintelligence, why blockchain is essential for the next phase of evolution of humanity. And we're also going to bring some humanity to the talk, some humanity to the stage. And I'm extremely honored to be joined here on stage by my very, very wonderful friend, Reyes. Robin is a New York artist. He dedicates his life to others. He helps children and adults in underprivileged areas of New York to find their skill, to find their God-given talent, and to bring that to the world in a way that creates good, to change habits, to change pathways, and to bring positive outcomes. He's a brilliant artist, and today, this is the first time, this is a world first, he is painting live while I talk. He's going to be painting from the inspiration of my words, and he's going to be painting from the vibrations of my voice. And he's going to be painting from your energy here in the room. So who's ready to give Robin some energy? Let's give him a clap, please.
Come on, guys. Let me hear this great energy.
Yay!
Great love. To continue inspiring the world.
Inspiring the world. That's what we're here to do. So let me get started. Now, I've come on stage without a clicker. Luckily, Rahul is on hand. Thank you. Right. Let's go. So, who here is using LLMs? All of you. What do you think of them? Who thinks they're amazing? Hands up if you think they're amazing. Yeah, they are amazing. They are the most advanced statistical computational method commonly available to humans today. But in line with being amazing, they're very, very limited. Today's AI horizon is dominated by big tech. We're all rebels here, right? We're at the blockchain show. We're cypherpunks. We want to change that big tech domination, and that's what the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance is here to do. Big tech builds AI products that serve the top 1% of the population globally. We want to bring these incredible, powerful tools to everybody in an open, decentralized, democratized fashion. We're not using them for selling, killing, spying, gambling, plagiarizing. Well, we're using them for positive impact on humanity. So, what are the limitations of LLMs? Anyone who's ever tried to use them? They're close-ended systems. That means they're in a box. They have a training data set, a huge training data set, the whole internet. But all they can do is actually simply statistically predict the next token, which is not a crypto token, it's an AI token. But they have no reasoning. They have no ability to create. They have no ability to actually create new solutions. incapable of radical creativity, and I would say we're bringing radical creativity to AI, we're bringing radical creativity to blockchain, and we're bringing radical creativity on stage here today. So, does anybody know what AGI is? Who's heard of AGI? Let's just start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're in for a treat, the rest of you. So AGI is artificial general intelligence. Today's AI on our planet is all narrow intelligence. It's pre-trained on large data sets. It only responds the way it's programmed. It can't do or think. It's limited to its original scope. So it can never imagine a data point, a data set, outside of its training data set. It simply repeats the past. And who wants to repeat the past when we're such beautiful, creative, forward, progressive humans? It can't cope with complex dynamic environments, and this is one of the reasons why we're seeing so much disillusionment with today's LLMs, because in 2023, every board thought what we need to do is implement Gen AI, and yet they find it's not returning its return on investment because it cannot do anything new. It can't cope with ambiguity or poor data sets. It needs humans to maximize its utility with all the different prompting tools we have, and it's just derivative. It just takes the old patterns and puts them in the new. And who wants that? Let me tell you what we're bringing you with artificial general intelligence. Now, our visionary founder, Dr. Ben Goertzel, he decided age 3, he's now in his 50s, he decided age 3 that he was going to build an AI that was smarter than Data in Star Trek at the time. As a child, age 3. Did anyone else have ambitions like that, age 3? And so he's been working on that his whole lifetime. We released our first attempt at AGI in 1998, a WebMind engine. That's how far ahead of the crowd we were. Now, we are on the brink of AGI. Now is the AGI revolution, and it's going to be the biggest, fastest wealth creation event in the history and possibly the future of our planet. So those of you who are here because you're financially oriented, we are heading into the biggest wealth creation event of our species. Get that? But what does it bring us? It can reason. It can learn from its experience. And we've already released one AI this year, Proto-AGI, called Iris, A-I-R-I-S. Iris has the ability to imagine new states outside of its training data. No other AI on the planet can do this. It can learn from its experience. AGI will be able to do strategic thinking and decision-making, and that decision-making can be based on a broad base of ethics, not on greed, not on power, not on personal status. It can infer beyond its explicit training data, as I've just mentioned, already released one Proto-AGI which can do this. That's huge, folks. That's huge. It can adaptively work with nuance and complexity. It can intelligently manage and coordinate all those little narrow AIs. Because those narrow AIs, they have usefulness. They do one thing in one way, and sometimes they do it really well. And so in our AGI future, we don't see narrow AI disappearing, but we do see the AGI managing, coordinating, and bringing the best out of them. It will be major leaps. They will be potentially equivalent to human genius, because they will keep learning, our AGIs. So Singularity Net, Fetch, Ocean, and Kudos, we merged in earlier this year with Fetch and Ocean to create ASI, the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. So what is superintelligence? After we get AGI, general intelligence, within CTO of of Ocean is predicting within 3 years of AGI, we'll have ASI, which is superintelligence that is smarter than us humans. Now, who thinks that's a good thing? Let's have hands up. Who thinks it's a good thing to have brilliant AI? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who thinks it's a bad thing to have brilliant, super smart AI? 1. Most audiences, I get a lot of people going, why are we doing this? Why would we even build an AI that's smarter than us? Isn't that dangerous? I'm going to come on to ethics. I'm going to come on to why it needs to be open, decentralized, open source, and available to everybody to make it kind and compassionate. So we use open source code. Go on GitHub, find everything that we do on there. We're the largest not-for-profit AI research team on the planet, and everything we do, we offer to all of humanity, and every algorithm we build is for positive impact. We have, instead of just working with one kind of narrow AI, like deep neural networks, which is what LLMs are based on, we work with diverse, heterogeneous AGI algorithms. We work with all of them. We have these abilities. We have this maths. We have evolutionary learning. We have support vector machines. We have attention allocation mechanisms. We have logical reasoning systems. Bring them all together and make something very unprecedented and profound. We have, of course, decentralized infrastructure and governance, and we have robust global inclusion, which is extremely important to us. And I'm going to talk more about that. Touching on what is our core tech, OpenCog Hyperon is our platform. Think of it as like a giant playground for algorithms, where every algorithm, no matter where it comes from, no matter what it does, can come and can contribute and interact with every other kind of algorithms, creating like a magical chemical soup from which life can emerge. We have metagraph meta-representation in our distributed atom space. We do, of course, use deep neural nets. Everyone uses deep neural nets. They're useful in their way, in their limited way. We have logical reasoning and evolutionary learning. It's a brilliant platform, and we're always interested in bringing new developers to come and develop on our platform. I love how Robin's painting is coming out. It's looking beautiful, Robin. Right, so what is the notion of cognitive synergy? So the notion of cognitive synergy, now imagine all these algorithms interacting together. And then imagine we have our fetch agents that we bring to the Alliance. And they enable these algorithms to talk to each other and to share their experience with each other. So imagine you're a robot and you've just discovered sand for the first time, right? You've just said, what is this thing? And you're another robot. And you've been to sand before. You can now speak to your fellow robots and say, what's this stuff? And you can say, get your wheels out of that sand now. You're going to get stuck. Back out of the sand, robot. It's going to go in your circuitry. And you can explain the properties. And you can explain, this is what sand is good for. We can make sand castles. We can build houses. But don't go rolling in it with your circuitry. So imagine when we have millions of algorithms operating together on our OpenCog Hyperon system, speaking to each other, the potential for complex systems processing is enormous. Unprecedented out in the world today. We are at the very front of AI. It can do processes like memory. We can have reasoning. We can have procedural learning. We can have perception hierarchies, vision, auditory, comprehension, action generation, action selection. We can have intermediate representations. We can be goal-oriented and non-goal-oriented. So this is an important point, goal-oriented and non-goal-oriented. Most of us, all of us, we have top-level goals, right, as humans. Our top-level goals may be something like stay alive, maybe maximize resources, maybe find love. But under those top-level goals, we have this continuous, spontaneous interaction with our environment. Anything can happen right now. I might plan that today I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to drink vegetable juice. And then along comes somebody saying, Janet, would you like to have lunch with me? And suddenly, my top-level goals are ignored because of the spontaneous interaction with my environment and the new opportunities which have arisen according to my environment. Our OpenCog Hyperon system enables AGI to have this mix of top-level goals with spontaneous interaction with the world. Of course, we have resource challenges. We're talking about vast amounts of data. We're talking about compute, which I'm going to talk about. But we're already applying this technology. We're applying it in robotics, in bio-AI. We're applying it in digital twins, finance, mathematics. Who's ever heard of the word neoterics? I think it's one of our new ones, which is interacting virtual robots in a game environment or a game type environment. Very, very powerful learning ground. So all of this sits on our distributed atom space. This is a metagraph. It's a knowledge graph. We're now in the knowledge era of AI because until now, we've had the data era, right? Now we're turning that data into something much more sophisticated, something much more expressive, something much more resource-friendly for our AIs and our compute power. So our distributed atom space, new age data, knowledge repository. It helps our OpenCog Hyperon algorithms and all of our algorithms, it helps them to know where to focus in vast quantities of worlds of data. It helps our algorithms to navigate that knowledge. It's an extraordinarily advanced metagraph. Please check it out. It's there on GitHub. So what are we doing next? We're continuing to develop what we're calling Primus AGI development. We're developing evaluation frameworks that can evaluate how good each of these algorithms are and select. And the AIs will be able to select the best algorithm for their use. We're working with hybrid systems, lots of one. Everything's number one in our organization. We're scaling and we're working with communities. So this is AGI. And I'm just going to touch on the cosmic dance of evolution. I was very inspired last week by one of our top scientists, Greg Meredith, who said there are two events in the fossil record which are very, very, very significant. The first one, the Cambrian explosion of life, where life emerged. From no life came life. What happened? The second one was when consciousness arose. Boom. Suddenly, mind, consciousness, the ability to reflect on ourselves, the ability to reason, think ahead. So these are the two major events in the history of our planet, our solar system, our universe as far as we know. The next major event in the history and the future of humanity will be the evolution of artificial general intelligence. Will it? We'll see. Right, I'm going to whiz through blockchain. Why do we need blockchain? Every interview I ever do asks, why do you need blockchain? Well, every Web3 interview. Blockchain is essential for AGI. It gives us decentralized, performant computing infrastructure for our AGI. It's a framework because we're resource constrained, right? If we had unlimited years, unlimited compute, unlimited data, probably in 1 million years, sometime, AGI might emerge, but we don't. We're in a race to AGI. We're out to win that race. We're resource constrained, and blockchain is helping us to do that. It helps us protect against attacks from bad actors because super important, super powerful AGI needs to be kept safe. And it enables exchange of compute resources and valuable data. So blockchain is essential. Scalable solution, supports hardware-agnostic performance scaling, and aligns with emerging AI-focused hardware designs. We're bringing Metacycle, a turbocharged data highway where AI models trade valuable info at lightning speed. So watch out for Metacycle coming soon to ASI. We're also building a supercomputer. We're building the world's first AGI supercomputer. Very, very different architecture to a typical standard supercomputer. We have an innovative, never done before design. We've spent $23 million already. That kit is being built, it's being shipped possibly in the next couple of weeks. And we're going to have the world's first AGI supercomputer. We have a brilliant partnership with our partners Tens Torrent and many other partners working together to build the most advanced, innovative hardware architectures for the AI and the AGI of the future. And a key point here is today's DNNs are very, 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 very inefficient, very resource hungry. They run up and down doing feed forward, back propagation across huge amounts of data. And it requires a particular kind of hardware, GPUs, straightforward GPUs. Our AI is different because it thinks, because it reasons, because we have different kinds of AI. We need much, much, much greater concurrency and lower latency and close connections between CPUs and GPUs. So tune in for our super advanced AGI infrastructure. We're getting huge interest all over the world in how we're building this, in how it's going to work, and in how the chips and hardware architectures of the future will be built. Those of you who are following ASI, we are shortly releasing, maybe even now, maybe we even have done already, our ASI roadmap. We have got so much going on in 2025, it's going to be explosive for ASI. Because while our super brilliant engineers are working on AGI and ASI, we're building, we're taking our products, we're taking our AI, we're merging the best of Fetch, Ocean, and Singularity, now the three OGs, the three big leaders of AI and crypto, and we're creating a Create platform where any developers can come and create and use our AI. We're creating a Train product, which is going live very, very shortly, to train and own foundational models and train them in domain-specific areas. And we have ASI Learn, which will enable our AIs to speak to each other and learn together in cognitive reasoning. Now, what's important? We're cypherpunks. Who here identifies as a cypherpunk? Let me remind you what a cypherpunk is. Why was blockchain created? It was created to redistribute wealth, to decentralize access to privilege, to power, to status, to money. We are doing everything we can at SingularityNet. It's our entire mission to bring this wealth everywhere across the planet. And one of our amazing projects is our DigiTruck in Ethiopia. It says here we've trained over 27,000 students. I believe that number is now closer to 36,000. And we send this truck out around cities in Ethiopia from our Addis Ababa office, training children on computing and robotics. Changes their life forever, having access, could do, to these incredible technologies. This is what is important, bringing technology to everybody. Then we have Robin and his incredible project, Healing Through Art. Robin is the CEO and founder of Healing Through Art. And he teaches children art. He brings them skills. He brings them belief in themselves. He brings them a brighter future. And it's an extraordinary privilege to be here on stage with Robin. So I would posit two most important things to take away from my talk today, please. One, AGI is coming. Be in the movement. Come develop with us. Come learn about us. And make sure that these powerful technologies are used for the most positive impact to the highest number of people on the planet. So, I'm leaving, since we're in the Middle East, who knows Khalil Gibran? Yes, yes, nice, thank you very much. Beautiful Lebanese philosopher. A quote from Colin that myself and Robin selected yesterday. For the master spirit of the earth shall not sleep peacefully on the wind till the needs of the least of you are satisfied. That's our goal. We, here in this room, are the leaders of this movement. Let's do our utmost to make sure that this massive wealth generation, massive power generation event spreads its benefit to everyone on the planet. We are auctioning, selling this art piece that Robin has created. So anybody who would like to buy it, please come find us around. I'm easy to spot. And we're also accepting donations for our 2 incredible projects. On the one hand, art in the US. On the other hand, computing across Africa. Maybe at some point we will merge these 2 projects. But I'm very grateful to those of you already taking out your phones, taking a copy. That's my email address. Hit me up if there's anything you would like to do to support any of these big projects. Let me just move out of the way. And it would be a great, great honor to partner with those of you who are like-minded, forward, progressive technologists who want to be part of a movement bringing the most powerful AI ever invented to everybody across the planet, so that this rising tide, which is going to be the biggest tide and the fastest rising tide in our history and possibly our future, let's make sure this rising tide leaves no boats behind. Robin, you've been doing beautiful work there. I can barely even look at it. Turn it around so we can see it. Could I have a handheld mic for Robin, please? Thank you. Thank you. Mic. Mic. Let me get you a mic. Let me get you a mic. Thank
Hey, how you
Robin.
guys doing? Thank you for having me, Janet. I appreciate it.
Amazing.
So this is the energy that I was getting from all you guys. It was all over the place, all crazy, some happiness, some were kind of off. But I'm so thrilled to be able to vibrate off your energy and create this amazing piece. This is the first time I'm ever just doing splash art. I always do pop art, and this is for a great cause. This is going to continue teaching the youth how to find their God-given talent, continue to help people how to find their God-given talent. And this is gonna go for an amazing cause that me and Janet are doing. And I feel like if you guys want to purchase this, it's just one of the other one that I'm gonna do at the second talk. But if you guys want to come and purchase this piece or the piece that's over there, please come look for us. But I'm super grateful and super happy to be a part of this event. And thank you for having me. I came all the way from New York, and I'm here now with you guys. Last minute, 24-hour flight, and I'm gone.
24 hours in Dubai. This man
In
has
Dubai,
flown
first time
all the
ever.
way up at 4:30 with jet lag, bringing me coffee. What
And
a
I'm here.
super privilege, honor, joy it is to have you here.
Thank
on
you. I hope
stage.
you guys
Thank you,
enjoyed
Robin.
it, and I hope you guys
Thank
loved
you
what
so
I was
much.
creating. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone.